My country people, they're just the parambulates. So strong, story heavy. About the big things, so make it talk about the small things. I forget about the big things, so make it talk about the small things. So
pàdé òtí o. Can't do all this stuff now.
Conditions today make you shake and you still dey last of the way you feel. Make you open your ears very well to the hear the truth of where you dey talk. Listen, make today be for me every day and night today hear me talk. One day you said to be with me in the happy way as you dey feel. Remember if you don't want your own, one day of course we must die. Nigeria getting money, hey money for overseas. Nigeria getting money, hey money for overseas. Our friends start to happen. Make my guy get the power. Let the shouting what to do. Passenger calling vocalist. You are working manager. Every document statement. Something I'm to sing. Sing it for the overseas. Five currencies getting down. That's not why I started for you.
Many of us are enjoying peace today.
Peace on Africa. Peace on Africa.
Many of us are enjoying us. We are enjoying the glory of God. It's not until we reach what to have. It's not until we reach what to have.
sir.
Isoleto. Isoleto. You are all welcome. You are all welcome to Enahoro Anthony Enahoro Complex. The office of our lawmakers in those states. And some of you may not know the reason for our coming. But I want to assure you that we are here peacefully and to defend the people of Edo State that elected them to defend them. And Edo civil society have discovered that those we ought of giving responsibility to defend us have failed us. And if they have failed us, we cannot fail ourselves. At the appropriate time, we will address the press. We will make our positions known. We have a position paper to submit to them so that that illegal act they want to carry out, they should stop now. Because I heard when somebody say all land in Edo State belong to governor. Maybe the man did not go to school. Maybe the man has another land use act that is not available to us. But if it's the same land use decree that metamorphosed into land use act, land does not belong to any governor. Governor is only given land on trust on behalf of the people. A trustee is not a landlord. Idayi is not a king. So let them not deceive themselves and deceive those that do not know about the law. The law is very sacrosanct. If there is land or property to be given to government for public interest, it's not take from John and give to James and you call it for public interest. So they should not act as criminals. We didn't send them here to become criminals to us. We send them here to make laws for good governance. And they should restrict themselves to making laws that is good for us as people of Edo State and everybody that is resident in Edo State. We are here to also protect them because they are aware today they can't even go to their village. They know themselves. When the police are tied to them, they can't go to their village. Their sister, their mother, their brother, their sister in the village can't go to farm. So after making this evil law, you will go. Governance is for a term. It's tenured by law. It's not eternity. So anyone looking at himself because he's here. Osadebo Avenue have been occupied by, Anthony Enahoro complex have been occupied by so many persons right from 1963. And so many of them, some are no longer alive. So don't believe it's your father's property. We voted here for 4 years. After 4 years, they didn't vote you back. You go to your house. So they have no right to tell us that they will make a law that will kill us and they will run away from Edo State. They have nowhere to go to. We will all remain here and repair Edo State. So at the appropriate time, we will address the matter that brought us here and submit our position paper. Thank you. The musician, give us music. Let us
open your ears very well to the yard, truth of way you they talk. Listen if you dey gree for me, every day and night you dey hear me talk. One day this earth will be with me, to the act the way as you dey feel. Remember if you don't have your own, one day of us we must die. Nigeria getting money, foreign money for overseas. Nigeria getting money, foreign money for overseas. Let's start to perform. Make my God help me back. If you the shout it comes to do. I'm a call it to this. Yeah, I'm working on the job. And the government needs them. I'm gonna be on about the scene. This is the call to overseas. Foreign currency is down. That's the one that's happening for you. If I say oh, that's it. We are the masses. If I say oh, we say we are the masses. Every man know inside a table. Every man know inside a table. Every man know inside a table. Every man know inside a table.
To make laws for us, but any law that did not meet our yearnings, that law is going our The House of Assembly is speaking through the people. The people have come. Bishop, we have come to tell them what we want. And that belongs to every one of us. The business of lawmaking is not a civil court. Any law you make that is not for us, you are making for yourself. So we must be part of the process. Our input must be set. We must that will kill our children in the future. Anyone that wants to go into cattle should go acquire. This government have no business ceding land to cattle owners. So we stand here and wait for Mr. Bishop, for Mr. Speaker, while our most drastical, most tendency, most talent, most troublesome. Bishop, take over.
Isoleto. Isoleto. Kulu kulu. Kulu kulu. The trouble don't reach where we dey sharp for class to wait. Na make we cut and make we go. So we have given them our mandate to represent us and make good laws that will give us peace, protection, and success in life. Because good laws will make investors to come to the state to invest. But if there is bad laws, everybody will run away. That is why we have decided that since they cannot help themselves to know the right thing, we that send them to come here today to tell them the right thing to do. And in that, they don't have choice because they are our messengers. Messenger is only entitled to deliver the message he was given by his master, Baba him. Baba what? He has no right to add, no right to subtract. Because if he add to it, he can go in for it. If he subtract, the matter will say, I did not send you to do that. So because they are still our friends, they are our children, we have given them power to represent us. So we want to come and correct them because there are things that see while sitting down, children don't see while climbing on top of palm tree. So we are here as an elder and representative of the people to reveal to them those dangers we are seeing ahead. I was in one meeting where our Royal Majesty now, that time it was Daiken Nuselu. He said, when you see me in this meeting, know my father sent me. And as a bishop that have taken the responsibility to ensure that until the last person that is oppressed is delivered in this country, I will not rest. God sent me. I'm here not to represent man, but I'm here to represent God for the interest of man. So that is why I started with Kulu Kulu. Now the war will come for. If your child make mistake, they're not the cut to the hand, they're not the killer. You go bring them back and say, my pikin, listen, when you do, not correct, not do them again, you see us to continue. Do it like this another day. So it is our earnest prayer that our representative will listen and agree with our position, which is the position of the people that elected them to come and represent us. But we will ask some questions when they are here, because they have the right to answer us some questions. Because when you send the messenger a message and say, Baba, I go there, I see the man, I tell him waiting, you tell me. He go ask you waiting, reply you. Abi? And waiting, reply you. So we are here to tell him what the people send us and what God send us. So they must also reply us. That is why we are here. Thank you, and let all of us be very, very grateful. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Soli, solidarity forever. Soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Isoleto. Isoleto. Let's clap for our digital speaker that have humbled himself and come to honor us. Let's celebrate him very well. My distinguished speaker, sir, God will bless you and bless your team. We are here on behalf of the people of Edo State because we elected you people to come and be our eyes here, to speak for us. Not that we don't have mouth, but all of us cannot gather here and begin to talk. Otherwise, that meeting will become noise making. That is why we carefully selected those of you we trusted that we speak for us and make law for good governance, that will protect us and protect the state. And we are here because of what we are seeing on television, what we are hearing. Despite 2 occasions, we have submitted our position paper to the governor personally and to your House Assembly, which you are the leaders of. And we thought by that position, we should have been able to look at it critically and say, the people that sent me have a different mindset in what we are doing. And because we did not get a reply, we have decided again to bring our position paper in writing again and to hand over to you and your team. I listened very carefully. One day you made a statement. I'm sorry to mention this because it's not a personal thing. You didn't speak for yourself. You spoke as the Speaker of the House of Assembly. That the land and the country belong to state governors. So I want to tell you that it's wrong. There is no 1 inch of any land in any state that belongs to any governor. But the land use decree, which metamorphosed into land use act, say governors are given land on trust on behalf of the people. EDHA, you hear our language, cannot become Enoge or Nowe. So governors are EDHAs on behalf of the people they are is represented. So that we get that strengthened. So go back to that land use act again, or land use decree, whichever one you have, put the two together. They are talking almost the same thing, except little modification to know what is ahead of us. I'm already an old man. By God's grace, I have worked in this country and retired 39 years plus ago in federal civil service. Benue Winner River Basin. I started my life as a local government staff, transferred to University of Benin, transferred to Benue Winner River Basin, where I finally retired. So in that light, sir, the position is that cattle business is a private business. And the Land Use Act forbids anybody, any state, any governor, any local government council, even president, from taking land from Mr. Johnson and giving to Mr. James. And if he do, it's no longer for public interest. So if it's for public interest, is that the government is taking this land, the law says you must specifically tell the owner of the land why you want to acquire it, and you negotiate. Two of you agree, you pay compensation. Then you take the land for the purpose for which you have told them. So if you take the land, you want to establish government-owned ranching, And after we have given you land, you take it to give to one cattle header. It's against the law, sir. That's the position of the law. So one, those that are into grass cutter, you know there is farm for grass cutter. Yes, sir. Snaring, piggery, fishery, poultry. Among some other things, they are the ones who are soliciting for land by themselves, either by lease or by outright purchase. Government did not give them 1 inch by 1 inch. So I don't know whether the government is afraid of certain people from certain region. Sir, you are aware that the certain governor, the entire region of southeast, southwest, south, met in Asaba and they took a position and they signed a memorandum of understanding and a resolution that by 1st of September 2021, they will all pass this anti-grazing, open grazing bill into law in their respective states. And Edo State is the only state that is left out that have not done it. We have had meeting before at Magbero. We make our position very clear. The traditional rulers make their position very clear. The religious group and bodies make their position very clear that we are not giving our land to any header. We appreciate the fact that we don't want cattle to be roaming around, and by which they enter the community, rape, kill, murder, kidnap, among other vices. But we are not saying they should be restricted by them going to get a land by themselves, either by outright purchase or by lease, fence it and put their cattle there and bring whatever material they need to feed their cattle, come there and feed their cattle.
True word.
Cattle should not be seen in any community, on the road, anywhere in Edo State. We are sending this message to those two that some of the members of the House are representing, because the governor also told us that some of our people have cow. Oga, I stopped eating cow meat for over 7 years. That is my personal protest against kidnapping, raping, and the murder of our people. That's why I stopped eating cow meat. So, on this basis, sir, we have atomized, here we may not read it, all that we need, and we have formally sent it through my very good brother and my representative to the Committee on Agriculture. And I also understand that you acknowledge that you saw it, sir. So if you have seen it, that is our position, that we have no place, whether 1 inch by 1 inch, anywhere in Edo State, because this is what destroyed Plateau State. There are a group of people, when you give them one feed, they claim the whole community. We don't want that to happen to us, because your officer is tenured. After 4 years, you seek for another re-election. If your constituency agree, nominate you, vote for you, you come back. After that 8 years, in Nigeria today, arguments start. After 8 years, we don't want, whether it's constitutional or otherwise, we don't want to go to that. What we are saying, sir, we don't want you to leave us in destruction in the hands of these killers, that they have changed their name from terrorists to bandits, because there is no law in Nigeria against banditry, just to protect them, sir. So don't leave us in their hand, and you will fly to America with your family and go and reside here. Then you will hear now that they have kidnapped your mother, your sister-in-law, your brother have been caught, he said have been cut off or raped. Sir, it's an ill wind that blow no man any good. So let us not prepare a time bomb and wait for when it will explode. This bomb will explode one day, and that time, it may not be my time. I may not be here at that time, but then I will not want my great-grandchildren to suffer what I saw. God told me there is a danger coming. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. We wish you well. We wish you success in this office. We wish you long life. We wish you happy.
Well articulated. I beg, go back. Everybody's here.
Isoleto. Africa. Isoleto. Aluta. I want to thank you, my fathers, my brothers and sisters, for coming out to the Antonio complex this morning to clear the air on issues that bothers you, that bothers the people of Edo State. Like you rightly noted, we are representatives of the people, voted by the people, to do the bidding of the people. Our main responsibility is lawmaking, oversight, and representation. And they are all as important as the other. We cannot take any position other than the position of the people. Now, first, let me assure you, on behalf of my colleagues, that Edo is Edo. And Edo is Edo as a reason of its creation and God's divine will that Edo is Edo. And to tell you that we are all freeborn of Edo, but we do all that we need to do to protect the interests of the over 4 million Edo people. And again, to assure you that not in our time, and we will not even encourage anyone, whether we are here or not, to cede any inch of Edo land to anybody. We understand the role of civil society in our environment, in the society. You are the watchdog of the society. Where you feel issues are not going right, you come out like you have done in a very civic manner to ask questions and to get clarification on issues. Yes, we have been faced with farmer herders clash, not only in Edo, and over time there have been this push that Edo people need to pass this anti-open grazing law to enable farmers have and breathe a sigh of relief. And in the course of this engagement, the government of Edo State once had a town hall meeting where so many faces here were present, and you made your position known. I did recall my statement that day that we are not going to do anything without also consulting you. But to make the issues very clear, we have been inundated with calls, and we have seen on social media some alleged proposition of a certain percentage of land being ceded to people. I want to say it clearly here and now on camera that it is not true. It is not part of our bill that we received. It is not part of what we are treating, and it's not going to be in consideration of what we are going to do. Africa! Now, you have mentioned, and we will look at the position you have taken, because from what I see is voluminous. We will look at it and see that those positions are given critical consideration. To tell you that what we are doing here, we are doing it because we know you are there. And that at the end of the day, like you mentioned, anybody that wants to do business, the government's responsibility is to give an enabling environment, not to give land to businessmen. But you know that if you acquire a plot of land to build a house, there's a regulatory body, for instance, from Ministry of Physical Planning, who will ask for your design from the architect and give you a building approval, as well as a survey and CFO and what have you. What the government seeks to do in this regard is to be a regulatory body
so that some communities will not go and connive, give land to strangers, and at the end of the day become disaster to other communities. So the government are now choosing to set up a committee which they ask the House to empower them to do, to be a regulatory body that you cannot have a ranch without approval from the government. Government is not the one to give land. It is when whoever that want to do business have been able to fully agree with whatever community or individual who chooses to give such a space, that government will now look at the activities, and they are even part of the law that if such permission is granted, such permits, and they see that you are carrying out other activities that will become detrimental to the people living within that environment, such permits will be withdrawn. So just to assure you that we are with you, please don't disregard any form of rumor that we intend to cede any land. I will not cede my father's land. Neither will I come and cede your father's own. So be rest assured that we are together on this. And at the end of the day, the bill that will come out to it is going to be a workable document for the true Edo people. Thank you so much. This Soleto, we Africa, and God bless you all.
Soleto, for Mr. Speaker. For Bishop Oche. Yeah, for the enemies. We have come to clarify the all right? Yes. Now we cannot go and sleep. Please, we will still appreciate for you to engage critical stakeholders, because the issue of cattle rearing is not just the elders alone. The farmers are there, the community leaders are there, they are going to buy this land from. And other people that are around that venture, they need to be engaged. Maybe if you don't want to do it as a the public hearing, which I will suggest, you can do that session by session. Call each of these groups, engage them, hear their own side of the story. Then that can also help us have a robust law. I've seen a situation where laws have been taken back to the house, like the VAT law was because of no inadequate consultation. Even the PPP law has to come back again. So we need to engage critical stakeholders. While we are doing this, let me quickly tell you, sir, we don't want a situation where communities that will give our children's problem in the future will be built. That's why when we had seeding, we thought the government was going to look for an area as a reserve and use for cattle ready. I'm coming, sir. Now, our fear is this: if that happens, a new community will be built, and maybe where all of us have all gone, we are creating problem for our children. So let ranches be staggered, so that we know. I know government will say we want to train our youth. Me and you know the present state we are when it comes to our own youth, our indigenous youth. We know they are nowhere to be found for now. You know what is happening in our communities. Even the common the bouquet, you can't see them. So we are very careful so that will not happen. So we must appreciate you, Mr. Speaker, and your honorable members, that you have spoken to us. You have assured us. According to Buhari, I want to assure you, you have assured us again today. We also want to assure you that we will take the message to our people. Let people know what the house is doing, that everybody should calm down. But let me also say this: the government of Edo State needs to be more open. Information dissemination is not there. I'm going to say the truth. Why people are speculating? Because the government is, nobody knows what the government is doing. Let me put it that way. Nobody knows what Edo State government is doing presently. We just see things happen. Nobody's talking to us. Of course, it gives room for speculation, and that's why we are here. I don't know if there have been communication. There won't be need for this. Please, you can take that to the executive of whom you are officer party to tell them that Edo people are not getting feelers of what is happening in the government. Please, thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Sonato. Sonato.
Sorry.